you too. It's Pat Brady. You dig what I'm saying? I'm super live and direct, and we have a special guest, but not really a guest.
I'm a guest.
Yeah.
It's Lex.
It's Lex.
Hey,
It's a guest. It's
y'all.
a Lex. You dig what I'm saying? What's good, man? It's Lex. We got Lex in the building. Lex, what's going on?
Not much. Life's great. How about you?
I'm great, man. Great, man. We are back live and direct. It's been a while, man, but we are back for this Agatha review, man. We just super tapped into Agatha. She was tapping in. I was tapping in. She was like, yeah, I got to pull up for the review.
Indeed.
Pull up for the review. And we actually just watched the last episode. So we just fresh off the Agatha binge, man. So before we get into it, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz ASAP Rocky. Wow, like this video, comment if you love Agatha, and then share this video to anybody else who love Agatha. So we're gonna get right into it, man. How do you feel about Agatha from the whole season, which you saw? I think it was 7 episodes. Who knows? I think it was 7. I'll look it up while you get it. Tell me what you thought of Agatha season 1.
It was like do. Like literally, like I'm like, yeah. Oh no. Oh, what? I don't get it. I had to stop and say, can you explain this to me? It just fell flat for me. Like from how the beginning started to even how like the meat of
9 episodes.
Nah, okay. How like the meat, I hate to say it like that, of the season was, and then to the end, like the last episode, like when I say the end, like the last 10 minutes, I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Like dang, like, and I'll let you go because I'm not gonna get too deep. But like this is what Disney Plus shows do. With Marvel, at least. I don't know about other shows, but Marvel, this is what they do.
Yep, I agree.
A lot of them. And it's like, dang, like why y'all had to, like, it was good. Why did you stop it from continuing to be good? Like what went wrong towards the end of these seasons? But nonetheless, or shows in general. But
okay, so basically for what Lex saying is she just thought that, it did like Disney Plus shows do. They go up, they had this peak, and then they just kind of gets kind of confusing. I agree. I definitely understand what she was going through. I think like the first like 1 to 6 episodes, like the first like 6 episodes, like most of the show was
at least 5 minimum.
5. I say 5. At least 5 of the episodes were really good. Then the end, after the mid season, I kind of was like, what is actually going on? And I understand spoiler alerts in this.
Yeah.
This is the introduction of Wiccan, Billy, Wanda's son, but it's like the spirit of Wanda's son. And then once I feel like they started going down his path, that's when it started getting like, all right, where are we going with this? Like, where are we going with this story? Or what is it Agatha all along, or is it Billy all along? It was Billy all along.
It was Billy all along.
Spoiler.
Yeah, it actually was Billy all along.
Billy all along.
Not Agatha. She's not innocent, but it was not her all along.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I get what you mean about like whose story was it or whatever. Yeah. But I think they could have done both, but it just didn't flow well with what they tried to do. Like, spoiler alert, the last episode was like a backstory that I feel like we should have been
at the beginning
about Agatha. Like it's her show, so I feel like that should at least been in the second episode. I know like the first episode, most shows usually like start in the current, and then maybe second, third episode they'll go into the past. But like the last episode.
And when you said too, like the last episode, now the reveal, spoiler alert, Agatha, it's this road that, we find that Agatha from the beginning of the season, she's trying to take a covenant down, a bunch of wishes down this road. And it supposedly gives you your powers back. Like you glow up as a witch if you go down this road.
It's supposed to like grant your like true desire or your wish or something.
Exactly. But whole time that's why in Wiccan's room and in Billy's room, he had that picture of the Wizard of Oz thing because it was all a dream. But yeah,
not a dream.
But the road was just basically something just like made up by Agatha. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yes, it was Agatha all along. I feel like the last episode was needed, but just like how we got to the last episode, I feel like was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know, man. Cause like the first episode had me, but it's just the overview of the whole season. You know, basically, this is like the backstory of Agatha after WandaVision. She just got banished back to Westview, the real Westview, by Wanda. Billy Maximoff, which he ends up coming to find her, you know what I'm saying, and like basically link up with her. Agatha, in the meantime, is trying to make a covenant so she can go down this witch's road. You feel what I'm saying?
Because she's trying to, she doesn't have any powers.
Yeah, Wanda stripped of her powers.
So she's trying to go down the witch's road to, because like I said, it's supposed to grant your deepest desire, make you power up as a witch, whatever. So that's what she wants out of it. One side of it,
yeah. But yeah, so
because she made up the witch's road.
Yeah, so this whole season is really about them getting down this witch's road. It's a song with it. You feel me? And
wait,
what?
She didn't have powers.
She didn't have powers this whole time.
So wait a minute.
But she got powers when the Lil Wayne, the singer lady, gave her the powers. That's what she got them. This whole time,
her whole thing in general was to get the powers.
Yeah, because she just was basically going back to she was going back to the basics in this. And spoiler alert: at the end of the season, the witch's role is a way for Agatha to get witches' powers who are green. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she definitely finessing. She definitely an Udo and know how to oot. So she getting everybody's power. So when Wanda stripped of her powers, she was about to go back to her move and just get some witches and do the same thing, boot up and live life. But Wanda Maximoff sent a present from the dead, literally. So the biggest reveal in this whole storyline is Billy Maximoff. At the end of WandaVision, he transferred his spirit to a dead person's body in Eastview named William.
But it was like, obviously it wasn't like somebody who was already in a grave. It was somebody who was like dying at the same time. It was a teenage boy. He literally at the same time was able to put his body or his spirit into that body.
And that's why I think the show went wrong, because we all said we're at a bar mitzvah. You feel what I'm saying? We're going into this kid William's life who ends up being Billy, yes.
But his name is William in real life. Like he has his own parents. That's not Wanda Vision. Like he's living a separate life in Eastview. He's not Billy at first. He's taking over. He's possessed. So basically, he's possessed. And that's why I give it to Billy, because Billy is a survivor. That's one of his kids for real. He said, and that was the big thing I think when the show peaked. For me, is when he was revealed to be Billy, when he was going low. That was like his mother.
Yeah. When that little scene right there with him and Agatha, I was like, okay, all right, bet. We this some prime Marvel stuff. We did some good stuff. And then after that, also as well, what's her name? Agatha is on the run from Lady Death. And so basically Lady Death is her ex. You feel me? Not only did Lady Death put a time stamp on her son to live, and she took her son, Agatha, she's been trying to get Agatha for like years now, because Agatha been finessing witches out of their powers. So Agatha time been coming. So even the witches in her covenant don't want to actually be a part of the road. They know about Agatha. Every witch, I don't really know. I'm really not hip to their names. Lil Wayne, who was the Lillian, the black girl?
No, Lillian was that's crazy.
Look it up.
We didn't watch the whole show and don't remember. That's very telling too.
I remember. I just think that it was after episode 5. It just kind of was a blur. I can't even lie. So we can look up their names. We can Google it though. We're gonna Google it.
Lilia was like the older psychic lady.
Okay, and her story was.
That's who I was. I said Lillian.
Her story. She actually saw everything happening with Billy, and being possessing William, and also she was like caught up in time where she was like changing up, like she was caught in this different parts of her life, just kept speeding past through time. She had to fight that demon. Who was the next character?
But it's interesting how like the road wasn't real, but still put them through like real specific trials to their life. That's why I said like it was kind of this show was kind of confusing. Like we made a conclusion about it, but like Like even that, like that doesn't make sense to me. But nonetheless, then it was Alice.
That's why I say he murdered. He's like, I murdered him. So basically, he murdered him with his mind.
Yeah, Billy
is goofy. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say he a cold killer.
He's a goofball, and if somebody gets some powers that's really like that guy, and links up with Billy, they probably can go ham. But okay, that's
you think he'll be a bad guy? Well, he's hanging out with Agatha,
so he could be a bad guy.
End up being a bad guy.
But go ahead.
Jennifer was the black lady.
Okay, so Jennifer, she got her powers back by the end. She stuck it out to the end. They beat the stereotype. She lived, and I saw it's a rumor that her character in the story is Ghost Rider's cousin. So
that's so random. Like what? That's his auntie.
But she was a cool character. I liked her character too. They were for the comic relief.
It was diverse.
Yeah.
It was a diverse cast. You had like a regular white woman, an older white. I'm assuming Lillian was white. Yeah. It's like an older white woman, a black lady, and an Asian lady. So. And then somebody with the that's LGBTQ community.
There we go. Which was Billy.
Yeah. So
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get into that tight fight. I didn't know what I was about to say something. I was like, I'm so glad. That's why we're glad we got Lex here.
Anyways, y'all.
Boo.
Alice,
who was Lu Wang, the girl whose mother was an artist, was a singer. Yeah.
What are you calling her?
That's her mom's name. That was the name of her mom's name.
Are you sure?
Yes, on the poster it said that. If it didn't, Alice, that's her name. Alice, her character was cool. I think she had the best episodes.
I was going to touch on it. I think her episode with the down the road.
Because that was her mom's
down
song.
The richest road.
And she said her mom used to sing that song to her to protect you, air it out. Down the road, down the richest road. So.
All right.
So yeah, I think that was the best episode. For real. I think that's when the episodes was creepy, and I was like, "Dang, what's going on?" You feel me? Manifesto. You feel me? That's an Iron Heart. But what's that? Who's next?
That was all of them.
Miss Davis. Poor Miss Davis, man. Oh,
I don't
Kitty.
think that was her name. Look.
Kitty was a Kitty.
Miss Hart.
Hart.
No, remember she had two names. It might have been Miss Davis.
He said Miss Hart. She said, who? She said, who? I think she was a great character. So those are the characters, man. And obviously
very small cat.
One thing I can say, we're gonna say that too. Billy was a good character. I think he's gonna be something good when it comes to the Young Avengers. If they try to do that, let's watch a Disney Channel movie.
That was in my notes.
If they want to do that, throw him, Miss Marvel, and Kate Bishop in a movie. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Young Avengers.
Can I say something about that?
Go ahead.
This show definitely gave let's watch a Disney Channel movie.
I'm Billy Maximoff. You watch the Disney Channel. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm waiting all my life to do that for opportunity to show people I've been practicing.
Oh no, facts.
But this show definitely gave let's watch a Disney Channel movie. It may have been one episode. I was like, oh, okay, this is a little bit dark. But like not even too much, obviously, nope. But like maybe too much for Disney Channel. Like at least back in the day, I don't know what they show now, but at least back in the day.
They went dark. Yeah, they going darker with and shout out to Deadpool Wolverine because they definitely made dark, it was rated R, you know what I'm saying?
So, but that was just like vulgar. Like
but now they can get in that role because when you look at the Halloween rate, kids were dressed up as Deadpool Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? It got to the kids, and it's a rated R movie. You feel what I'm saying? Shocker. So even though I don't, condone that, but like the standpoint is going to be is if you show your kids, it's a superhero. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So if they made that crossover, when it hits Disney Plus, people going to watch it.
Yeah.
With their kids. So I think they're gonna start taking darker tones. They can start going a little darker than they used to go with Disney. You feel me? But it definitely was giving Disney vibes. And then Agatha all along, man. I actually really like Agatha in this this show. I just think she was doing a great acting job. Like I said, she was giving me Robert Downey Jr. vibes with like a woman.
What do you mean by that?
Like, as in like they had the same mannerisms, but she's a woman. Like how she moves, how she walks and stuff like that. It's a lot of energy behind her movements. Like she puts a lot of like emphasis in everything she does. Like extra. She's very extra, and that's what Robert Downey Jr. does to get his point. Iron Man has to be extra. That's why we like him. He's like, oh, he's just extra, man. But that's what you like about him. That's what you like about him. Promo. But what do you think of Agatha and this one compared to WandaVision?
What do you think was better? I think WandaVision was better.
Agatha's WandaVision was better. Better than
I'm
this?
talking about the show in general.
No, I'm talking. Well, compare that Agatha's on WandaVision. Then
she was like annoying on WandaVision. She wasn't annoying here. Like I was like, oh no, she's really evil. She's really a villain, y'all. Like out of all, like it's a lot of Marvel villains that aren't villains. Like a lot, more often than not, they're not true villains. Like they have some good motive. Like even Thanos had a good motive. Like he wanted like balance in the universe. He wanted to make sure everybody had food to eat. Like stuff like that. This lady is evil. She literally kills people for their powers.
Yep.
Like and traps them and does. It's not like she like tussling and she'll beat them up and no, like she's like trapping witches. Like over.
That was messed up at the end. That was messed up at the end when she was snatching even before she got to the witch's robe. That was her move, which is taking witches' powers. You feel me? And now it actually makes sense. That episode of WandaVision on her episode when remember when she had her on the stake on the cross and they thought they was about to kill her and then they was actually giving her the powers on Wanda. So it was an episode on WandaVision, y'all, where they were going over Agatha and it was on the Salem witch trials or whatever, and they had her on a stake and the witches actually try to fry her.
Yeah.
And
I do remember that.
And her mother was like, no, don't do it. And she was just like, now I get like, damn, she was booting up.
Yeah, every time she sucks your powers up, you're dying.
And she'll get you with
unaliving.
You hear me? She'll get you with the okie doke too. You hear me? Like she'll hit you with the man, y'all ain't witches for real.
Y'all weak.
She said, y'all got to the road and can't find the door. Boo. Lame. And they just
like their first instinct was to like blast her. And like everybody collectively, everybody was like,
which means that they were plotting that already. They was like, you know what I'm saying? They said, man, she got to this end of this road, there's nothing here. Fryer. She said, literally like the Mario mushroom. You hear me? But no, man.
I thought that was like the little Godzilla thing.
Even worse. Even worse. That's what she looked like when she was getting the powers.
And she be sitting there like.
But man, shout out to Agatha, man. But like we said, it was some good lights, the mystery and everything about it. Like at first, it hit us with the WandaVision. I feel like
that's what WandaVision. Yeah, it did the same thing. It was like this, and it was like
it started making no sense.
What?
It started making no sense.
They just like threw some stuff together.
Even like adding the people from Westview back in there, and they weren't really in there, but they were there. And I'm like, all right, bro.
They were just there to connect the story, not to like
Eastview ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But what would you give a grade of Agatha all along, man? What's your grade?
7.9.
7.9
or 7.8, somewhere around there.
Okay, 7.8 out of 10. That's solid. I give it a good 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, it was a cool show. You know what I'm saying? And it had good moments.
I would say most of the show was good. It just sucks when you have like a show that's good for most of the time and then it just falls flat. Like that sucks because you're into it and then it's just like, oh.
And that's what the last like 3-4 episodes was. Like I was like, all right.
I'm like, all right, what is going on? I hate a show or a movie where I end up being like, what is going on? I always be asking him, what is happening?
That definitely happened on the last episode.
Yeah, that's why I said I needed a breakdown for sure.
I was like, this is getting out of hand. But we gave it a 7.8, 7.5. What did y'all think of this show, Agatha All Along? You dig what I'm saying? Was it really Agatha All Along? And spoiler alert, the ending. What do you think about the ending? We've got to talk about that. Now he's about to go find Tommy. Him and Agatha went through like a white door, y'all, and he's like, let's go find Tommy. I'm like, huh?
That's why, okay. So I told him earlier, I was like, I think any show, no matter if you're a show with 20 seasons or you're a show with 1 season, I think every season should end as if there's not another season. That way you don't leave your fans hanging if there isn't another season. Like, stuff just happens. Like, shows get canceled all the time. That's why I say even with shows that's been on forever. But nonetheless, they ended it as if like the next episode is coming out next week. Like it was not a solid ending where we're like, all right, like we close all our doors of this season, and then maybe it might be another season. Like I'm all for like a little open-ended question, but like the entire last 5 minutes was an open-ended question.
Yeah.
So if there's not an Agatha Part 2 or some movie or something that ties it together, it's like we really got left with what?
Yeah. Hopefully, that's why I said the same. I agree. If it's a short story, just leave it at that. You feel me? Yeah. But Tommy, and I think they are going to do something with Wiccan. They are going to do something with him. That is facts. But I just think they shouldn't have ended it with Agatha, the ghost. But Agatha actually ends up babysitting some of the Fantastic Four's kids
as a ghost,
as a real person.
Oh,
but Agatha All Along, man. We're gonna see what they do. I think the next thing in line is going to be What If, but we're actually gonna watch that right now. If you haven't already, subscribe to Marvelous Bluntz, man. Appreciate you watching this long for the Agatha All Along. I just thoughts, man, about the show, man. Appreciate you, Lex, for coming on the review you did. You dig what I'm saying? Guesty guest. But we are about to definitely get into the blunt talk. You did.